Hey everybody! Let me turn the music down so you can hear us. What's up, everybody? Hey, Pat's in the chat. Dang, we need to be nice to the DM.
Say good things, huh? Okay.
Yeah, we can't, and we can't discuss any of our secret plans. So,
Yeah.
drat. But hey, everybody, welcome to Rehash the Rolls tonight. Also, please let us know if there's any crazy audio things going on. On our game on Monday, there was some bad stuff going on. We didn't know the whole time, so please say, especially if my voice and audio sounds terrible, please say something. Oh dear. There's an echo. Why is there an echo? What did I do?
We just all like hearing your voice, right?
I don't like hearing my own voice. Okay, is that any better? Why can't I hear myself? Wait, hang on. Luke, are you listening to it just like over your speakers?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I just unplugged my mic, and so hopefully that's fixed everything.
Because I can hear my voice playing from your speakers. I think that's what it is.
All right. Well, it should be good now.
Yeah? Okay. Cool.
Right? Oh, jeez. AirPods saved the day. Oh, no. Okay.
Hopefully, maybe. Alright, chat, let us know if it's there or not there. Is it fixed? Is it all good now?
Can we hear you?
Because I can't hear me.
Nope, we're good.
People in the chat, thumbs up or thumbs down. Say yes or no. Sounds good. Great!
Okay.
Yes! Success! Okay. Alright, so we're here tonight with the wonderful Brayden and the wonderful Luke to have a wonderful chat about their wonderful characters and the wonderful story that we're in Ready to Roll. So, let's just get into these questions because we've got quite a few. Although, hang on, let's start out. How you doing? How is your characters doing in the midst of all this shenanigans that we're in?
Luke, you want to go first?
Yeah, I think Driss is doing really well. I mean, making new friends and finally starting to understand culture. And so I think he's having fun exploring and trying to figure out all these different religions and all the different wild things that are going on. And plus, he gained the ability to wild shape. And so that is going to be used quite often, you will find.
Yeah.
Spiders, gosh dang it.
And then what about Corvette?
He's doing pretty good. His biggest distress in the moment is obviously figuring out where the heck, I guess they kind of know where they're at, but how to get out. But also, where in the world can he find some new clothes or someone to fix and clean his clothes? Very distraught that, holy crap, poison hurts. He's learning something new.
Yeah.
And didn't know it did that much, so that was fun. But yeah, no, like kind of like Drith, he's excited that he's finding he likes the people he's around, even though they're all complete strangers and completely different. He's getting used to them and is getting more comfortable with them, if not the situation that they're in.
Yeah, I thinking about like y'all's characters in comparison to everyone else. Like everyone is so like grim and dark and mysterious, and you two characters are just like, hey, what's up? Everything is great. Do you want to be my friend? You strange person that I met in a cave? Like we could be buddies. This seems fine. And all the rest of us are just like, you're too friendly. What's wrong with you? So that's an interesting like dynamic going on, I think. And I didn't realize that was the two of you until just now.
I have noticed it, and I think it's hilarious. Like everyone's like, I don't want to talk to you, but until like a little bit later, and we're like, we're in a bad situation, so let's make it better. Let's be friends.
That's a very nice way to think about it. Of just like everything sucks right now, so if we're just nice to each other, that'll make it better.
Yeah, Drift. It's his first time not feeling this discrimination. Growing up in a community of a tight knit elven community, and he being a half elf, like he's excited to have a group of friends. It's like a Hamilton situation, He's promising he'll make him proud, and that's actually why he has the beard, is to stand out from all his non-bearded elven compatriots.
Heck yes.
And he has lost his pillow. That is true. I see that in chat. But he's working on learning a spell called Speak with Animals. So he plans to request some more feathers along the way to make his own.
It's like every goose that we talk to. Hey, do you have some extra feathers? You really need to be.
That is the plan, indeed.
Nice. All right. Well, then let's get into these questions. Question number 1. Oh, it's already up on the stream. Sorry, everybody. Let's get them in order. Drith. This is a question for you. This is a question from me. Surprise, surprise. Having learned that the oak tree token is the symbol of a Silhanan saint, what assumptions does Drith have about who his dad is?
Ooh.
So, Drith assumed right away that his dad is some sort of, if not like a direct clergy of the church, then he is like a super devout follower. So now he knows that that's what he's looking for. He's looking for, if there's anyone who's like so, like just completely a devout follower of Saint Yephrem, like he is going to be on the lookout.
We'll look forward to like
So
just
you
showing
maybe
up at
see the dad
monasteries,
now,
asking who's your
play
dad.
as much, but yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna be really, I think that's gonna be really fun to like see that, and then just whenever it happens, because hopefully it happens, right? Hopefully you do find him, like whenever it finally happens, and like the millionth time asking, it's gonna be such a big, like, we found it.
I can't
I know,
wait to
Patrick-
figure out. Yeah. No, go ahead.
Then Patrick, Daddy DM better have some good plans, because I am so pumped for this.
No pressure, Pat. No pressure.
No, I can't wait to figure out, like, just to hear who your dad is. I mean, he could be anybody, seriously.
Yeah.
So it's like,
What if he's a villain? What
that
if
would
it's
be.
What if it's like General Grievous, and
Don't
every
say
time he
that.
kills a cleric, he adds their holy symbol to like his pocket,
Oh,
and it's just
Patrick, take notes.
like, what if he's
I
evil?
love just have a villain
You
that does
can't
that.
put that idea.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
With the DM in the chat, maybe that's the problem.
I know, I can feel him right now, just scribbling away.
I imagine he already
That
had
is.
thoughts.
He's taking notes. Heck yes.
Yeah, I see Little Miss Fodder in the chat saying, it's another player. Your dad's like Artyom. That's why he's got the scarf so you can't see the family resemblance. Oh, he says he already knows who Drith's father is.
Ooh, that's cool.
All right, let's go to question 2. Question 2. This is for Brayden from Michael. Does Corvette plan on just fixing the clothes that got bloodied, or is he going to ditch the outfit and buy a new one?
Great question. He does like the velvety vest feel that he has and the fancy cloak. So if he can get that repaired with the same material, then yes. But if not, he'll totally just buy a new one. Like, he needs to look good. That is one thing he knows. He needs to look good. And so, like, obviously he's like, can't fix it while we're going to this castle with who knows what's there. But once he gets back to the village, or hopefully they can leave the area and get to a city, he's going to town to find whoever's the best place to get all that.
Best tailor in town.
Yes, best tailor.
Now, does that that need to look good, is that just a personal quirk of his, or is this something brought on from his upbringing as being like this special guy in a monastery?
It's almost from his from his upbringing, but less from the monastery actually. Like
Okay.
a lot of what he learned was from the monastery, but that's not. He didn't live there like all the time. He'd go visit his family, and his family really wanted him to look good. And despite some things, his family and him don't always see eye to eye, but he definitely got that from them.
Huh.
The need to
Interesting.
look good.
So Drift feels a lot more justified in making him pay for the hotel rooms now.
As a side note, not as Corbett, but as me, I love the weird like companionship of Drift and Corbett, like complete
great.
opposite upbringing. It's just like what the heck. And then also with Anya too, it's funny because Corbett as an Asimar and versus a Tiefling, the treatment they get is different as well. So I just like this past session, I was like, oh my gosh, like these two are like the complete opposites of Corbett.
Yeah. Well, we were talking before we went live about like how Jelania Aya she had like a specific desire to talk to Corbett, and I won't say what he said or what things that he was doing that made her want to do that because spoilers. But there were some specific times where she was like, okay, I need to go and talk to this guy. I need to make it seem really like low-key, nonchalant, but I gotta talk to this guy because like what the heck is up with him? And so it was very interesting to kind of hear this very similar and also completely dissimilar thing of just like, oh, everyone thinks that I'm awesome and that they can expect these amazing things of me, when her whole life everyone's just like, this chick could explode into violent rage at any moment, we don't know. Even though, like, never mind, I won't say any more about that because more spoilers.
Even though ...
Eventually it will come out.
Heck yes.
All right, let's go to question number 3. To Luke from Lil Miss Fodder. What flavor of Capri Sun was that spider?
Oh, what flavor of Capri Sun? It was definitely Pacific Cooler flavored.
Ooh.
Easily.
I don't even know what that tastes like.
That Capri Sun was real good, actually.
Yeah,
I just know I
mean,
like that one, so. So you enjoyed the taste of spider.
He doesn't want to do.
But it was a positive
was-
experience. Sucking the juices out of a spider was really, like, tasty.
Yeah, I mean, he wanted to get in the mind of a spider and be like, why does a spider do this action? And then as soon as he did, he understood completely. You know, you gotta, and like you are what you eat. So he transformed into a spider. You needed to feel that on the inside too.
I feel like we're gonna need to have a conversation as a party about the fact that you turned into a spider, because up until then there was no indication that you could do that, and then you just became a spider out of the blue, and we're just like, oh, I guess this is a half-elf thing. Like, we need to have like a discussion about like what that means and where that comes from.
Like the only reason Corvette didn't try and stick you with his spear when you turned into a spider was because he saw you turn into the spider. Like if he had like turned around and then boom, there's a spider, he would have just gone like, nope, just so.
The spider ate Drift. I guess it's like we're doing this.
Yeah.
It's like we're doing this. No.
I love druids. My first D&D character was a druid. Great character. All right, question number 4. Oh, this is from Michael to me. Does Jelania have names for her swords? No. Short answer, no. Long answer, they were not hers, and now they are hers. So if they had a name, she never knew them, and she has not given them other names. Because she's not really a big fan of the person who they used to belong to. So there's that.
Drift will have another blunt question to ask.
Also, that is so funny.
That was a great moment.
That, gosh. again, another moment where I thought this was so funny because my character and Corvette
Dad.
Drift opposites. The way Corvette's raised us, no, you have to think about what you're saying. Be very, very diplomatic, and like Drift not caring is the funniest and coolest thing that there was. I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. I think it was so interesting how all of the rest of you guys assumed that Jelania would like get really upset about it. And maybe there are some things that could be like bluntly asked to her that would really get her upset and she would go after you about it or fight with you. But that specific thing, not at all. It's just kind of like, okay, here it comes again for the millionth time in my life. You know, at least they have the decency to ask it directly instead of just like give me the eye or whatever. So I thought that was interesting how there was a big disparity there. But I guess maybe I've been giving off these like I'm gonna kill you vibes.
Well, the thing is, she does have, you know, her demeanor, or not just demeanor, but like her appearance. Like, we know you've been in fights before, or at least not in great situations. And so that's maybe leads to be like, just be careful. Don't give her a reason.
It's true. I mean, scars can mean a lot of things. Scars can mean I've been in a lot of fights, could mean I've lost a lot of fights.
Yeah.
I was really good at fighting, maybe I wouldn't have any.
You know, I was really proud in session 1. I was like, I came out unscathed. And in session 2, I got knocked unconscious. Well, that record's down in the drain now.
That's also, yeah, it's also a bonding moment for Drift and Corbett. We're the only ones who have been KO'd.
Okay. I almost never keep track of it. I know that I have never used hit dice. As far as I remember, the entire 2 years that I've been playing D&D, I've never used hit dice. Because either I was hurt, because I always play these like really long-ranged people or a druid who doesn't take a lot of personal damage, or anytime we'd have a fight, it was at the end of the day and we'd take a long rest, so I never needed to use them. But mostly it's because I just never got hit.
Yeah, that does make for an interesting story dynamic of like, if we have it kind of in the middle of the sessions, like, do I use all my spell slots now, or are we gonna have to kill someone later? Like, that makes it interesting. Are you listening, Pat?
D&D is a resource management game, especially when you're a caster. You got to think like, is it worth dropping my 3rd level spell now, or do I need it just in case something bad happens? I thankfully don't have to worry about that. It's just go for the swords, maybe do the
just
action
fight.
surge. You know,
It's action surge. Is it worth it now, or do I save that?
Yeah.
But it's so interesting as the warlock, I get my spell slots back in short rest, which is awesome because I literally have like 1 or 2 spell slots, and so I'm like, okay, what do I use?
Yeah, what kind of spells do you have with your spell slot that you can use?
My cantrips are more my damage dealing ones right now. And my spells are more defensive, I'd say. Okay. Just because the way I'm playing, like, spoilers soon, not spoilers, but as like a Hexblade Warlock, you kind of get in the fray a bit. And so I'm like, I do need a little bit of survivability, so that's where those are going, either to defensive spells or kind of like buffs / It's so hard to choose, guys. Choose like 1 or 2 spells. I'm like, okay, there's 5 I want. What do I want?
Yeah. At least it's better than having the huge list of spells like druids that you can choose from every single day. And then also having the huge list of like wild shapes that you can choose from at any given moment.
Do I want to be able to shoot a fireball out of my hands, or do I want to speak with a tree? Like, what do I need today?
And there's nothing worse than like being like, I don't need underwater breathing today. And then that day is when you get to like this underwater temple and you're like, well, okay, I can't do anything about this today. Dang it. Let's wait until tomorrow. Yeah. All right, let's move on. We got one additional question. This is from Michael for everyone. What physical thing is your character most afraid of? Whoever has an answer can go first. I know mine already. 'Cause I
So,
did
believe it or
answer
not,
mine. Go ahead.
Drift's greatest physical fear is caterpillars.
Okay.
I say that because one time Drift, he like was running around the forest, whatever, and he was like sleeping under a tree, and then one of those big old caterpillar nests broke open and fell on top of him. And since that day, he has a phobia of caterpillars. So his one true weakness, Pat, I should have told you, take off your headphones.
Next thing we fight is a dire caterpillar.
Oh gosh.
I'm just impressed that you went that deep into the backstory to like have that be a thing that you're aware of. Just like there was this one time you got traumatized.
Yeah. Drift, he's my other half.
Just your other half.
Well,
Don't tell my wife.
Oh dear. Let's see, Corvette. Physical thing. That's hard. Because right now it's... And I needed to play this off better in session 2, but he is right now... He gets very anxious when he goes into chapels or monasteries.
Okay.
So, that didn't come out in session 2 as much as I hoped. I didn't think about it as much because I was like, ooh, explore. But he does get very, very anxious and nervous inside of those buildings. So, does that work? It's
I
not
think that
physical.
totally works, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay,
You
awesome.
don't have to say the details as to why, but...
No, that is... Nope.
That's some hardcore spoilers. These things will be so much more interesting in like a couple of months when like things have come out more, I think. Because yeah, similar like Jelania's stuff, she is really terrified of like deep, fast water. Like if she needs to go like, knee deep into something, that's not a problem, but like, and this is also a fear that I have, when you cannot see the bottom or when you cannot touch the bottom with your feet, it's over. Totally over, and she is so much worse about it than I am, and there's very many reasons for this fear that I cannot talk about, but that is hers. Yeah. Any other things that we want to talk about in the last like 3 minutes?
Oh jeez. What was
You go ahead, Luke.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm wondering, because Anya is more enigmatic than Corvette and Drith are. After going through, spending a couple of days in the company now, where is she sitting at in regards to the other people in her company?
Well, she's definitely like, because she has some weird suspicions about RTM now. Like, she rolled really bad on her insight checks and stuff. But she has, like, there's something weird about this dude. And I'm not sure, I don't think he's dangerous, but, like, anyone can be dangerous. And that's kind of her view on everyone, is anyone can be dangerous, anyone can be a problem. I think most of these people are fine. I think she really likes Katiok the most because she sees him as, like, he's not dumb, he's not gonna make a move. And when he's outnumbered against all of us, and she kind of sees him as almost like a kindred spirit, even though they're very, very different. But I think
Tiefling and dwarf.
Tiefling and dwarf, we are the best of friends. But I think the person who has made her accept the most that this party thing is going to be a thing for a while is Corvette. Because of things that I said earlier, there's some things that she specifically needs to ask him, specifically needs to like talk to him about, but won't talk to him about for a little while. She's like gonna read the situation, gonna watch and be very careful before she broaches the topic and the subject. So she's like, okay, if I want to know anything, I gotta hang out for a while. I guess I can
Cool.
do that. So she's more on it
Ooh.
now. Plus she hasn't had like friends in a really long time. She hasn't been around nice people in very long time. So it's been interesting. It's been decent, but she's a guard up kind of person.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's
The
cool.
walls are there.
Yeah. Very tall walls, crenellated stone walls.
Ooh.
Well, cool. I think that's all the time that we have for the ready to roll half. If we continue to get more and more questions, we'll just make these hour-long things. But thank you so much to Luke and Brayden for coming by. Stick around. I'm just gonna shut down really quickly and hop into another call with my player Liam so we can talk about performance check. But we'll see y'all in a second, guys.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks, Lydia.